Good afternoon and good evening, Wolverines. If you guys can hear me, give me a 5 by 5 because I'm not hearing myself, which is kind of weird, but that's fine. We're actually my volume was off. Okay, I guess everyone can hear me. Okay, so we're going to be talking about a case out of Pennsylvania. Called it's the Laura case. If you don't know, and here's the thing, right? Laura was a case that dealt with a Pennsylvania law that said that if you're 18 to 20 and the state declares a state of emergency, you're not allowed to carry a firearm. Now, this was an important case because it says 18 to 20-year-olds are part of the people. The Second Amendment says the right of the people shall not be infringed. The people is the political class in this country, which is the age of majority, which is 18. But Pennsylvania tried to argue that the age of majority was actually 21 because during the founding era, the age of the majority was 21. The plaintiffs hit back stating that the militia law stated 18, so the right to bear arms is 18, and the age of the majority right now is 18, so therefore the people is 18. The judges agree with this, and this is at a circuit court level. So the three-judge panel agreed with that, and they said the right to bear arms is a fundamental right, and it is, and the conduct of the plaintiffs, Laura, in this case, was presumptively constitutional because Laura was part of the people, and he also had the right to bear arms, and the protected right is firearms, right? So that's protected. Then it went to the historical reasoning part of the case because once it is determined that a law is okay with the standards of the Second Amendment, the plain text of the Second Amendment, the burden of proof shifts to the state to prove that a law is consistent with the tech with the history and tradition of firearms regulations in the United States. And they try to do that, but a lot of the laws that they presented were from pre French and Indian War days, which doesn't make any sense because there was no United States. And they also used a lot of stuff out of Blackstone, which also didn't make any sense because we actually have historical references to show what the founding fathers meant by the right to keep and bear arms and who they meant, which was definitely 18 to 20-year-olds at the time because there was actually militia laws on the books that said 18 to 20-year-olds had to have guns because in case the militia is needed, they needed to have their own firearms if they are called up into service to defend the state. So therefore, the right to bear arms most definitely applied to 18 to 20-year-olds. Well, after that ruling, Pennsylvania didn't like it. In fact, a pro-gun AG that came into Pennsylvania decided that they were going to ask for an en banc from the circuit court. And yep, that's what I was talking about right there in 1877, which was before 1777. But so what happened was Friday or Sunday, sorry, Sunday, Dave Sunday, who is the AG, his office put out a request for an en banc hearing at the circuit court level. Sunday was like, "Hey, I didn't do that." It's like, "Well, why don't you just withdraw it then? You can withdraw it with a single stroke of your pen." He refused to do that, and he's like, "Well, I don't know." Freaking rhino. Then what happened was the circuit court has now voted to whether to grant en banc to Laura or not. And if they granted en banc, what would happen is the decision in the panel in the from the panel would be vacated, which means it's like the panel case never happened. Well, we know what they're going to do now, and luckily for Americans everywhere, anyone who believes in individual liberty and freedom, anyone who believes the right to bear arms extends to 18 and 20-year-olds. The circuit court said, yeah, we're not going to agree to an en banc hearing. In fact, only one Obama-appointed judge said, "Yeah, let's have an en banc." The rest are like, "Yeah, no, they got it right. Panel got it right. No need to review it." So therefore, in Laura, the case is over until Pennsylvania goes to the Supreme Court, and if Dave Sunday takes it to the Supreme Court, his political career will be over forever.
So this is kind of a messed up thing, and it needs, I think, some detailed explanation to. So the Republican Attorney General gets elected, gets supported by GOA, and
all
then
the gun rights groups,
all the gun rights groups. Okay, not just GOA. GOA is the only one I care
including
about for the most part.
FAC and SAF, who
All
were
right,
in this,
FPC, SAF, I care about. So,
who they were in the who case this is actually is.
all right, so all of these gun rights groups, the ones I trust, support this Rhino Republican. Did we know he was a Rhino at the time? I'm
No,
guessing
he
no.
didn't turn into a rhino until after he got in office. Imagine that.
Boom, gets elected, instant Rhino, and then says, "Hey, we're going to request en banc."
Well, he said, well, someone in his office did, but he could have easily with a he could say, "Pull it," and that would be it. It
Right,
2 words, pull it, boom,
right,
it's
right,
done.
right.
Withdraw the motion, bam, done. That's it. Just withdraw the motion. Just say, "Hey, we're withdrawing the motion." Click 2 buttons, bam, done. But he didn't do that. So I have no sympathy for this guy.
No,
And
this guy
now
should be thrown to the wolves.
it's gonna be a test to see whether he appeals it to the Supreme Court now that en banc is denied. Because right now, the Pennsylvania law is done.
So, so here's the thing. He could have been like, "Hey, my team made a mistake. We're going to request that it doesn't go to en banc, that it's settled as it is." This is one thing Florida actually got right. If there is a state of emergency and you want to open carry this, carry that, yeah, it's all on. Don't.
Yeah, I remember I reported on this. I broke the story with
Yeah.
the sheriff down there saying that,
Well,
and
no, this is another thing. This is, oh yes, yes. Well, that
yeah,
was in conflict with the Florida law.
yeah, it was in conflict with the Florida law, so
Yeah,
they're
there's like an
going,
Okeechobee sheriff,
yeah.
and he
He,
kind of
he's
did the.
he was like, "Oh, we didn't mean to do that. Sorry." And they withdraw it once they started getting like pressure.
Yeah, yeah.
A
That
lot of these guys, once you shine sunlight on it, sunlight is the
scatter
best
like roaches.
disinfectant. So once you shine sunlight on it, these guys run away.
Yep, yep. So Florida, the DeSantis passed the law that, hey, if there's an emergency and you may not be able to absolutely securely transport your guns if you're evacuating from your house. So yeah, you want to carry, open
Yeah.
carry. He changed all of that.
I'm so used to being a Rumble Premium creator now
I'm like, touch this,
that
touch that.
I almost pulled out my Glock.
Yeah, I was just on Rumble when I got the texture going live. I'm like, oh, and I had problems. I had to restart my Chrome because it wasn't seeing my camera.
All right, yeah, that's fine. But yeah, so that is one of the. Whoops, I think I just removed Rich. Sorry about that.
So the next question is, all right, so fine, the Attorney General in Pennsylvania didn't do the right thing, but the next thing is, if he goes to the Supreme Court, how much is that going to cost the citizens of Pennsylvania?
It's going to cost them a lot. I'm trying a dual camera setup here.
Well, then pull one of yourselves.
Well,
I feel outnumbered.
Here's the thing. It's only one sound. It's just a dual camera. So yeah. So here's the thing, right? It's a victory, and it's going to be a test to see if this stands or not, right? Hey, Rich, do you want me to pull that picture of you?
The one
Rich
where I'm
tried
like,
something where he tried to make an embarrassing thumbnail, and I called it and replaced the embarrassing thumbnail of me with an embarrassing thumbnail of him.
it's all fun.
Yeah. But yeah, so this is definitely a victory for the people of Pennsylvania, and this is going to be a test for Dave Sunday because he's going to have to either do what he does or not. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's just really messed up. And I think the people of Pennsylvania, if you have any, are there Pennsylvania grassroots Second Amendment organizations?
You got FOAC, but
Yeah, well,
um,
that's the one. Never mind.
I'm
And that's a whole nother video.
Um,
So
no, there's multiple videos. Look up the Ken Sniffer. Ken Sniffer passed away, but just look up his interview.
so the people of Pennsylvania, the 2A rights people in Pennsylvania really need to get vocal about this. Say, hey man, don't spend your money, my taxpayer dollars on defending this BS to take away my rights. That's wrong.
Yeah, yeah, and I know some people are like, "Well, it's not really his fault." Blah, blah. He could have Dave Sunday could have pulled the en banc request that day, the first day when he knows. So he knew it. He didn't do anything. So I'm taking that as support for it.
Yep.
So we'll have to see what he does. If the AG's office goes to the Supreme Court, then even FOAC called him out on it,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and FOAC never calls out any Republicans. So
That's messed up. That is, it's tough to be in agreement with what he's doing. That's ridiculous, and hopefully it ends here. He just says, hey man, now if it goes to the Supreme Court, will the decision be a nationwide decision, or will it be just effective in Pennsylvania?
well, this can be used as case law. It's going to be referenced. It can be referenced in other cases. You
Mm-hmm,
can
mm-hmm,
file what's called a motion of notice of supplemental authority.
mm-hmm.
Notice of supplemental authority saying, "Hey, the circuit court's already found this." But right now, and the circuit court in that circuit, this is the law of the land.
So the brinkmanship of politics and of course the judicial system, maybe we want this to go to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, but yeah, I wouldn't want to because the chances are they're probably not going to take it anyway.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But in the Third Circuit, it's definitely law of the land. What for the Supreme Court to take it, I really do believe that it's going to have to be a circuit split
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
for them to actually take it.
Gotcha.
But I mean, that is just what I think, right? And by the way, you guys can get a free month off at johncrump.locals.com if you use code Wolverines. Or you can support one of our many friends and Rich's who rich
Ooh.
and dark and by going to definition eyes.
Except you can't have this. This is the Copilot, and it is out of stock. And it is beautiful. Fantastic.
Yeah, so we'll have to see. We'll definitely have to see. I'm gonna put that ticker up right there.
Oh, thank you, man.
Definitely. Yeah, so we'll definitely have to see, but it's gonna be interesting to see how Dave Sunday reacts to this, whether he appeals to SCOTUS or not. But as of right now, the Pennsylvania law is dead and buried. And it's not coming back. I don't think it's coming back. If it goes to the Supreme Court, I don't think it's coming back.
Well, first off, if anything happens Supreme Court wise, it's going to be 2 years away.
It's gonna be 2 years away. Yep. The Black Swan knives. Yeah, we're gonna have some more Black Swan knives. We're gonna be doing some giveaways for those on Monday.
I can't reach it. I got one of your axes back here.
Yeah, the Axis. There's going to be more of those coming in. And also on Saturday night, we're doing a live stream over on Rumble, the Saturday night event. I don't know if you're going to be joining me or not, Rich.
I may be able to.
Someone's going to be joining me. Those are off the hook, man. We get over 1,000 viewers on that.
Really?
Oh yeah,
that's nutso.
Yeah, last time we held we averaged 1,100 viewers, and
yeah. Oh, cool.
Simultaneous viewers, not overall. Overall, we had 168,000 viewers, but at one time it was 11,000. So it's really good. There's Jordan Vinro out there. Jordan,
Mr. Vinro.
Jordan's from Pennsylvania. Gideon Optics is homed on Pennsylvania. We will be on Rumble at 5 p.m. This is breaking news, Jordan. So 5 p.m. over at John Crump Live. I am a Rumble premium creator. So yeah, I got the logo packs and everything they sent me. But on Monday we're doing it. Jordan's going to be one of the sponsors next month. So
nice. I love Gideon Optics. I got the Gideon back on the LPVO, and I'd show you the other guns I got Gideons on, but then the stream would end.
Yeah, don't do that. Once we get over the Rumble today. But yeah, so that's it. It's just a quick little update because this is one of the stories I've been following, and it's a great news. So the news is that in the lower case, which is with 18 to 20-year-olds bearing arms, that was a victory. VSO, what's up, Curtis? That was a victory for 18 to 20-year-olds in Pennsylvania at the Third Circuit. The Third Circuit, a panel level, and they tried to appeal it to, or not appeal it, but they filed for a Banc hearing, which the whole bench would hear, and the court said, no, we think the panel got it right, so you're not getting an Banc. And I don't know, Dave Sunday got toasted over the whole entire thing of filing for an Banc, so I'm not even sure if he's going to go and file for a writ of certiorari with the Supreme Court. If you're in Pennsylvania, you definitely need to call the AG's office and say, you better not file for a writ of certiorari with the Supreme Court. We need to put pressure on Dave Sunday to not file a writ of certiorari and just let this die, because this can be referenced in other cases around the country. All they got to do is file that notice of supplemental authority around the country, because the ruling is not vacated and the Pennsylvania law is dead for now, unless the Supreme Court reactivates it. And they might do that. We'll have to see. They might go to the Supreme Court and ask for an administrative stay on the ruling. So we'll have to see what the next step is. The next step, and I don't know. I don't know what Dave Sunday in the AG's office before the election would say. Yeah, there's no way that he would. But I didn't think there was a way that he was going to ask for an en banc, but they did. So I'm not sure. Yep. So we'll have to see. Today on John Crump Live, we're going to be doing a live call-in show because we had a debate that broke out yesterday. And so we're going to have a debate. So if you want to argue either one of these points, it's up to you. But it seemed like half the audience believed that the constitutional rights and the right to bear arms only applies to Americans. And the other half seemed to think it applied to everyone. That is a fundamental right, a human right that cannot be taken away. It is only part. It is ours, and the government can't take it away. So we're gonna have that. We're gonna have call-ins, and also if you want to go ahead and submit a video question or video statement of what you think on it, I will go ahead and link the thing where you can go ahead and record a video through Rumble, directly through Rumble, and we can play it. It's 844 Crumpy 0.
Not Crumpio. Don't dial Crumpio.
Yeah, it's 844 Crumpy 0, the number 0. And if you want to submit a pre-recorded question or comment or anything, what you think about it, You can do that too, and I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put the link out there so anyone who wants to do this can go here and submit a question or anything. You get to inbox me, boom, right there, and we can go ahead and put it up. So with that, I think we're done here. I'm going to get off here and do some stuff. Also, there's some exciting news from PSA, and I'm going to actually
What?
say what it is because okay. So basically, PSA, they are going to start carrying suppressors.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, you want to
It-
hear the best part about it?
what is
They're
the
using
best
the
part of that?
silencer, like the silencer central type model.
Ah,
You know what that means?
that means you get the suppressor shipped straight to your house.
Straight to your door.
Sweet.
So you can be able to buy the suppressor and get it sent straight to your door. And it looks like the debates are going on right now
What are the debates?
about what our topic for today. So it's
Oh,
gonna be
okay.
it's gonna be a fun show. So everyone, I encourage at 5 p.m. Eastern over at rumble.com/John Crump Live. We're gonna be having that debate, and it's just gonna be freaking fantastic, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So come on over and let me know what you think. Rich, do you have anything else?
No, unless you want to use code Flying Rich and get 10% off Fort Scott munitions.
You can do that. Also, by the way, I'm gonna put a 30-second timer here, maybe a minute. If you want to see the outro video for John Crump live play, let me know, and
Yeah,
I'll
do it,
bring
man. Do it.
the outro video. But yeah, actually, I don't even think I have it.
You don't have it?
I don't
Who
have
would
it
have
loaded
it?
up on here. So you know what? Hold on. Yes, I do. I can do it. I can get it up. So
You can get it up. I'm glad for you, Crump.
shut up, Rich. So if you want to see the outro video for the ATF song that I made play here, you can go ahead and
You
just do that.
commissioned.
I made the video,
Okay.
jackass. And I can't add it because it's in the wrong format for here. That sucks. StreamYard. You're gonna get caught up by Rumble, I'm telling you. So never mind. We're not gonna do that. If you want to watch a video, you can go watch a video somewhere else. But with that, was that AI? It is not AI. It is not AI. I paid.
Oh, the audio? Yeah. Yeah, no,
I
you paid
paid
for that.
some very. I'm not gonna say who they are because I don't think I'm gonna have credit, but I have said it. But I paid a very famous band to do it.
So
If you listen to
they
this song,
wrote the lyrics. Did you give them an idea? How did that work?
I told them I gave them like the title,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and they did everything else.
And I'm assuming they're not anti-gun based on the lyrics.
Well, I will say Rick Sims wrote it, and he's not anti-gun. Yeah, he's not. He's not anti-gun, but I think some of the other people might be. But hey, man, money talks, right?
Cool.
But if you listen to it, you can tell who it is. There's not a doubt in my mind that anyone cannot tell who it is. But I wanted a particular sound and everything, so there you go.
Very cool.
And with that, we are out of here. Oh, that now that's a different camera. Look, woo. All right, I was just messing around with the multiple camera setup. When will the deep state end the ban on Russian ammo? Probably not until after the whole Ukrainian thing is.
So, the interesting thing about that is Brandon Herrera dropped a video yesterday about last week when he was in DC, and he said this Trump administration is a very pro-gun, unlike the last one that gave you, support for red flag laws and bump stock bans. He said that if they get a small percentage of what they plan on being done, this is going to be the most pro-gun administration ever.
Yeah,
So
I know what they're planning on getting done, and that is bringing that there's a lot that there is a lot that they want to get done that I just if they got everything that they wanted to get done, put it this way, you would think you're dreaming and having the best dream of your life. And with that, we're out of here. Rich, stay tuned for a second. I'm going to tell you some stuff.